Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. My usual stance wherever you are in the world. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching the video. In case you don't know me, my name is Lee Oakey, and this is really all about the Traffic Monsoon business. Now, just to give you a little bit of background on myself, I've been in the on and offline world of business development for around 25 years. And I'm delighted today to be able to welcome somebody that hopefully is going to give you some insight. So if you're looking at Traffic Monsoon for the first time, as I have been for looking at it closely for the last sort of 8 months, this should give you a real boost of confidence. The lady I'm about to introduce you to is currently the #1 lady earner in the world. You can see her on screen.
Hi.
Hi, Sharon. How are you?
How are you, Lee? You all right, mate?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good. I'm just bigging you up here, so I'll keep going so that everybody knows.
Carry on.
Yeah, you're enjoying it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Sharon is, as I've just mentioned, she is the #1 lady earner in Traffic Monsoon in the world. She also happens to be the 6th highest earner, guys and girls together, in the world at the moment. And she's achieved all of that in really what is probably just under a year in the business, but probably, I think it's fair to say, Sharon, 9 months or so of hard graft.
Yeah. Actually, Lee, time flies, as we know, but December the 17th was my 1-year anniversary. So on Thursday just gone.
Just a real anniversary, just over a year.
Yeah.
Now, before we start, well, congratulations and happy birthday, first of all.
Thank you.
Now, before we start, let me just tell you what we're going to show you here, because I want you to stay with us whilst we go through this. This is a very, very rare opportunity for you for watching a Traffic Monsoon business video, and there's a lot online you can take a look at. What we're going to be able to do here today is probably a first. Sharon is very kindly agreed to allow us to take a look at her back office to show us exactly what she does on a daily basis, how she makes money every day very easily, and most importantly, to give you an idea of how much she's earned over the last 9-10 months or so, and you can then relate that yourselves to what she's done, what she's doing, and maybe how you see yourself if you're looking at this business for the first time, approaching it and moving forward. So, are you ready to get cracking, Sharon?
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. So, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to share a screen, Lee. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So let's have a look. Just hold on, guys. I'm not the most techie person, so bear with me. Luckily, I can click a mouse so that I can get away with this one. Here's the Traffic Monsoon website. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to...
While you're logging in, Sharon, I'll let you key everything in, etc. This is basically what you'll see as a back office. So when you open a free account or you get started in the business, you log in the way Sharon's doing at the moment. And to Sharon take you through, there's initially a 10-second ad, which varies from day to day. It's the login ad that you see. This site's all about paid advertising on it, so you'll see advertising all over it. And once you've gone through those 10 seconds, you drop into your own back office. I'll let you take it away, Sharon.
Okay, guys. So here's my back office, and I log in a few times a day. As you can see, here's my profile. Okay, very simple. It's easy to follow, guys. But what's exciting is that I've actually made this, guys, from about 7:30 this morning. Because I got up this morning and I've been out all day with my daughter on a horse show, so I've not had much chance. And then I realised I was doing a call with Lee earlier on, so I thought, you know what, I leave some of the money in there. So as you can see, this is here. And what's exciting about this, Lee, is can you see that green button?
I can.
Well, we know that we click that button and we can withdraw the full amount straight away into our PayPal, straight away into our STP, Solid Trust Pay, or Payzer. So we've got 3 processors, which is fantastic. And, it is quite, exciting that all I do every day, guys, is actually surf 10 ads. So you just go on this red button, 10 of these a day. The system tells you exactly. And, it keeps me as an active member. As you can see, I've got 19 hours left. and I've got to go back and start surfing again in another 19 hours. Otherwise, my account...
Let me just cut in there for a second. So for people watching, obviously, we'll take a look at what you actually have to do to qualify for your revenue share or profit share, call it what we may, which is obviously one of the main ways of generating income within the business. Sharon, as for your account balance, people are obviously looking at the video seeing 6,477. What would you currently expect to see if you withdrew that today on a daily basis dropping in there?
Well, I have a bit of a structure. Not that I kind of like keep my finger on the button and say to myself, well, when I joined, Lee, you know, I actually built my account up. You've got to treat this like a real traditional business. I know it's online, but it's very much a real business. So what I've done is actually built my business over for the first few months, and I actually never took any money out for about 5 months. And then from there, Lee, I've been drawing, and now, in fact, what I'm going to show you is my withdrawal history, and you'll be able to see exactly what I've withdrawn.
Okay.
So I've actually taken out 135,000. Now I only started to make my withdrawals in May, really. This was a little test, and here there was a little test. And as you can see, I've taken it to Solid TrustPay or my PayPal. But what's great about it, you can see the April and then May, there was minimal amount of withdrawals, and June kicks in. But I actually added my withdrawals in November, and in November, Lee, I withdrew 32,000. So
not a bad November.
No, actually, do you know what? I've actually withdrew this morning. I think I did. I'm sure I did. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm actually going to withdraw.
Well, that'd be great, because that'll show people. Here you can see very quickly, click of a button.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to keep it on I tend to withdraw on about 2-3 times a day. It keeps me structured, keeps me not too withdrawal happy. And then I don't spend all my money. Remember, it's a real business, guys, so you don't abuse your account. But what's great about it, if I actually wanted, as you can see, that's actually come out of here.
So just like that, what you've done is you've gone in, you've clicked withdraw, you've pulled 500 out.
Yeah.
How often can you withdraw $500 if you decided to limit it to 500?
Well, every hour.
Every hour.
Yeah, every hour. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to log into my PayPal, guys, so you'll be able to see. It does take a little while to hit PayPal, as in to be shown on PayPal, but the money's there instantly. So you just watch. It's probably taken me a couple of seconds to log in onto PayPal.
So this is how easy it is while Sharon's doing that. You clicked on withdraw. That was $500 you withdrew, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that obviously, converted into our sterling is £320. So there it is, guys. So it's as simple as that. And actually, what I'm going to do, in my activity, Lee, I can actually show payments received. So what we can see here is all the payments that it's actually froze on me, I think, for a second. There's 184 transactions, and here they all are. As you can see, Lee, we're talking December. We're still not even in November yet, and we're still going. November came, and here, so. And that's
incredible, Sharon. So for anybody watching, quite simply, one of the key things is that. And I'll talk about this a little bit further down the line, but it's very, very simple to do for everybody to do. But most importantly, you can see, as Sharon's just shown you, that
wow.
You can.
Lee, sorry a second.
Go ahead. I can just see what's
down
happening.
To 5,000 and something. I've been making money while I've been talking to you, so that's quite interesting, and that's great, Lee, because when you strip it back. What I love about this business, I actually been out all day today. My daughter's got a horse, and I've been to a horse show, and I've been earning money while I've been out there, spending time with my family. I go to bed, I get up in the morning, I've earned money. But this is happening not just to me, Lee. Don't think this is just because of me, because I'm number 6 in the world and etc. Trust me, I've got people who have never, ever touched anything online before, and they're earning life-changing incomes, Lee. That's the reality of this business.
Yeah, and I think it's important to emphasise this, and it's great, and I really do appreciate the fact that you've shown us that, and be rest assured we'll make sure that your logins are iced over as such, so they're not seen. But what that does do is we're going to show you in a moment very simply how easy it is to make money, what you're required to do on a daily basis. Now, Sharon's built a team of people over the best part of 9-10 months of, I think, 93, 94 people, active referrals. I can see it there, 95. There you go. And I know how you do that, Sharon. I mean, obviously, you're great at spending time and supporting those coming in. You know, you put an awful lot of effort. And I think it's important to emphasize that this isn't typical. You know, you're going to get out of any business what you're prepared to put in yourself.
Correct.
And I know you put a lot of effort in. Just give us very briefly, just sort of an overview and what you do and how you support people coming into the business for the first time.
I think when I first joined Lee, you can imagine we had no track record as such. You know, in October, my friend Imi, who introduced me to the business, you know, timing wasn't right for me. And I actually only joined in December as a free member. So I actually didn't purchase any advertising at all. However, what I went and done, and when I actually met the CEO, I realized we had something very special. And I vowed to myself, Lee, I remember thinking, my goodness me, I've been involved in so many different businesses, not too many, but quite a few, and been felt disappointed and let down, that I realized that we had something real. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes to build this business. And I off went to work, but I thought, well, how can I share a business that I'm not really familiar with? So what I went away and done was my homework. And anybody looking at this business, Lee, all I would say to them, give yourself a few days, a week or so, get yourself settled in, learn how the system works, learn the do's and don'ts. And trust me, this is for the taking for anybody to do. I'm not special. What I am is hardworking. But at the end of the day, I'm a single parent, Lee, you know, and times are tough. People are struggling.
Yeah,
you know, and also,
let me add on that point. I mean, Sharon, as we've already said, has just gone through her year's anniversary. She's got 95 referrals, and that makes a huge difference in this business, and we'll talk to you about that in a moment. Sharon has been chipping away at me very politely because, as I said, we've known one another for a long time and been involved in businesses previously. Sharon's been chipping away at me for about 8 months, and I've been watching.
8 months, guys.
I know, 8 months.
Don't do what Lee did.
No, listen carefully. Don't do what I did.
Please don't do what he did. 8 months. This is so weird, Lee, because what happened was I actually had yourself and another lady that I'd been chipping away for 8 months to try and actually say to you, guys, please, you need to look at this business. And, you know, thank goodness that Lee decided to say, do you know what, Sharon, I trust you, you know, I'll take a serious look. And you did.
Well, I did. And let me just tell people why I looked at it as long as I had. I think, you know, we've seen plenty of businesses come and go online. And the most important thing to me, as it is with you, Sharon, is actually getting an inside track on what's going on with the company, making sure that if you put a lot of effort and time, and certainly if you're referring it to other people, and let's face it, knowing now what it's doing and how it's changing people's lives all over the world, why wouldn't you share it with other people? But I think the most important thing for me was two things, Sharon, and I think it was probably similar to yourself. You just had maybe an earlier idea of what was coming. Is A, was obviously looking at the longevity of the company, and we'll talk about the owner, Charles Schofield, in a minute. So from that point of view, it's cash reserves of the business and what the plan is going forward.
Yeah.
And secondly, for me, I mean, I'm very lucky with businesses on and offline to have been able to move to California. And what I wanted to see was a clear indication that no matter how good the business model was and how much money we could make in the back office, that we would get paid on a daily basis. And with PayPal coming on board and rubber stamping it, certainly here in the US and UK, for me, that was it. I was in. And I've watched it for 3 months. I've not referred it. And now the gloves are off and here we are, all systems go.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's really important that, you know, obviously you're in California. I'm in the UK. I was fortunate enough to actually meet Charles in January. And same as you, Lee, at the end of the day, we've seen things come, go. We've seen, for me, I've seen the good, bad and the ugly. That's what I always tell people. But when I met Charles, you know, he's so humble, and to me, I wanted to know how it worked, the transparency of the company, and I remember thinking to myself, I got it straight away, because women, we're quite sharp, you know how it is, Lee, and and I got it. I thought, oh my goodness me, this is what I've needed all this time. Why couldn't other companies have been so transparent? And when I realized the way he had the system run, I thought, oh my gosh, hallelujah, we're home, definitely home. And, you know, it was really funny because I have people saying to me, I've only got one ad pack. Well done, you. You know why, Lee? Because I had one ad pack for 3 weeks and I was making around $1 a day. Now, Lee, do you want to know what my turnover a day is?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's over $11,000. Some days I've made up to $13,000 a day.
Yeah, which is
Some
great.
days I take.
So in case people obviously are wondering, we're talking about ad packs and we're talking about what we do each day. Sharon, just drop in and if you would, just surf a couple of websites. So while Sharon's doing that, let me just give you a very quick overview. There are 2 or 3 ways to generate income in the business. The first one's completely free. So if you're watching and thinking about starting, you can actually come in, open a free account, and you can come in and make money by not putting any money in at all. You can click on cash links. And you can actually work your way through those and generate an income. They're very small amounts, but if you click on enough of them, that starts to build up, and that's completely free.
Yeah, can I just show a cash link, Lee?
Yeah.
You know, we're on 565 there, guys. So if you actually go here, you know, and what we can do, we can actually just click on here, and we can watch an ad for 30 seconds. And I think these are genius. I'll tell you why. Because we've got people this is a global business. So, you know, if people haven't got any money, we've got something for everyone, I say, Lee. We've got something for people that have got no money. We've got something for people who are wealthy people. Generally, wealthy people have got businesses and they've got multiple businesses that they want to advertise. We've got something for everybody. We've got something for the student. We've got something for the single moms. We've got something for so many different people. I tell people, who do I speak to? I say, anybody. You've got to be very, very fast. Now, obviously, them cash links have been in my system maybe for a couple of hours. People are grabbing these and snatching them up as fast as they can. This one's probably expired, but we are given these cash links about 2, 3, 4 times a day.
So, yeah, let me explain what the cash links are and what we're basically doing here and what the business is based around. And I think it's a very simple way of explaining it. And I've heard all sorts of crazy things, of different forms of explanation on what is and isn't going on. But here, companies are paying to have their product advertised, no different to Google or Facebook. You know, you go on there, you go to Amazon, there's ads all over the place. And all Traffic Monsoon is doing is they're giving a profit share or a cashback. Cashback is huge now globally. If you think of American Express and Home Depot, Homebase, Debenhams, Tesco's, you name it, Bank of America here in the States, you get 3% when you're filling up with gas or petrol, as it's called in the UK, 2% on groceries. Everybody is giving cash back to build customer loyalty.
When you see these cash links, you better be quick because there's millions of them being distributed. Why? Where do they come from? You know, we are buying them. The Traffic Monsoon affiliates are buying these cash links and they're advertising. We as affiliates, companies are buying them. So basically you can grab them and take them. I know not long ago, Lee, maybe a month or so, 6 weeks ago, there were 2 million affiliates. We've got corporate companies. We've got companies that just buy advertisement. We've got a lot of customers. We've got affiliates like myself. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of free affiliates. Because why are they free affiliates? Because they're claiming the cash links, Lee, and they're making money. The thing is, Lee, you know, we're fortunate in the UK. You know, we're not a very poor country. However, these cash links for $2 a week, I mean, you know, in India, they can feed a family. So as you can see, this is what can happen. Look what's happened here, though, Lee. Look at the referral cash links.
And let me explain that. I mean, it's important that the point that Sharon's just made, you know, this is a global business. There are people in this business from all over the world. And therefore, by coming in, you can open a free account. You tell me how many businesses where you can come in, get started for free, and you can come in by clicking on some ads, viewing them, and earn free money. Companies not asking you to put any money in. You can do that. And as Sharon's rightly highlighted, in some countries, that will make a huge difference to people. What advice do you give people that you're talking to for the first time in the best way to get started?
Well, for me, Lee, the best advice that I would give anybody to get started is obviously, why wouldn't you? Number one, it's free to sign up to. Okay. I would definitely recommend people to make sure they get it right. Sign up, make sure you use a Gmail account. Why a Gmail? Because it's whitelisted. It's more secure with having our payment process linked to our accounts. All you need is a Gmail and a PayPal account, or a Solid Trust Pay, or a Payzer. It doesn't really matter as long as you get it done right. And once you get your account activated, you're in the system. Do you know that he's thought of everything, Lee? You can actually surf ads and get free credits for your own website. You can actually geo-target your business. You can actually earn free money. Once you refer anybody, you can make sales and you can make commissions. So whether somebody's got money or not, they can join this business. I am one of the people that actually didn't buy anything because time wasn't right for me money-wise, but I was looking at putting, buying some advertising in January. As it happened, I didn't have to. But if, for me, buy yourself a couple of packs, test the water.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I mean, I've been just going through the motions for 3 months or so and watching my account grow by me getting up, looking at my 10 ads of a morning, qualifying for the rev share. And I wanted to see that. I wanted to have that experience myself, and I wanted to see the account grow and grow so that you can buy more packs. Now, the principle is very simple for people watching. You come in, if you want to put your toe in the water, as Sharon's just indicated, it's a great way to start. You come in, you buy an ad pack, it's $50, buy a couple of those, $100, see what happens to that ad pack and get familiar with your back office over, a week or so, 10 days. And I see the same story day in, day out in your Facebook rooms and so on, where people are saying, Sharon, I've come in, I've got started, they've taken that advice, they're now addicted. They don't go anywhere, although they can, because they can do this on their phone or their tablet from anywhere.
Oh, tell you what, Lee, I'm telling you, sometimes I feel a little bit, it's hard not to get excited, guys, but I'm serious. This has completely changed my life. You're talking, last year I had my house up for sale because I've got a few properties, and I thought I'm going to have to sell one of my houses. And I thought I'm going to have to sell this house because it was the most lucrative one, where I had quite a lot of money in it. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sell my house. Do you know I actually don't have to sell my house now because of Traffic Monsoon? That's what it's done for me. I pay my mortgages on time. It's paying for everything. My daughter's just got a horse. I mean, imagine a little 12-year-old little girl who's a keen jockey. Would I have been able to afford a horse for her and be able to stable it and pay for its food and everything else that goes with it, which is fortunes, as you can imagine?
Yeah.
Would I have been able to do that? No, absolutely not.
Well, I know you called me 2 days ago, and I hope your son's not in the room. Is he? Is he out at the moment?
Oh, gosh. No, he's not going to see this, Lee. Oh, my God, I panicked. No, he's not in, so you're all right.
Well, I mean, you called me 2 days ago, and you just pulled up into a garage and just said, look, we'll touch base in 10, 15 minutes. I'm just buying my son a new car.
Yeah.
That's what Traffic Monsoon's doing for you.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about it. And they've even going to give me a big white bow at, Christmas Day. So he's going to see.
See, that's fantastic. That is truly life-changing.
It is life-changing. And for me to be able to do that for an 18-year-old, it's not a brand new car. I'm sorry, but he's not having one at 18. When he gets a bit older, maybe, absolutely. But no, it's a beautiful car. In fact, it's like new. It's fantastic. And he has no idea.
Yeah, which is, so, I think one of the important things to emphasize here is for people that are watching this and thinking, well, okay, this is all well and good. Sharon, she's clearly very driven and very successful and puts a lot of time in. I know, obviously, that time you put in, Sharon, is normally after hours and so on of an evening.
Yeah, I don't. Do you know what, Lee? I'll have to stop you for a second there, because I'll tell you something now. Yes, I am the number 6 in the world. Was I shocked? Yes, because I thought a lot more people could do that. Do I spend every minute of the day on this business? No, I've got a life. Let me tell you, Lee, I'm a single parent. I've got 4 children. All right, 2 of them left home. I've got a new grandson. Okay, a little grandson. I had him overnight last night. I've got a 12-year-old daughter that's got a horse. I have to take her to the stables twice a day. So I teach judo part-time. So I have some properties I mind. And I do a little bit of childminding. So for my grandson, so really, when you work it out, I still have to do everything else that goes around me. So I am a busy lady. And yes, I do help a lot of people, but I don't mind doing the after hours because that's my choice.
Let me just tell you, Sharon, we won't waffle on too long because I'm conscious of your time as well. It's late where you are, Sharon. But Sharon puts a lot of effort in. Instead of sitting and watching the TV of an evening, she's on a computer, she's talking with people, she's helping people. Yeah. And I think that the important thing and why Sharon has been so successful, because she won't tell you herself, she's too modest and too humble, is that she wants everybody that she shows this to succeed in the same way. And I can tell you that the people that she has at the moment in her rooms and in her team, you saw she has 95 referrals, which in the scheme of things, Sharon, is not a large number of people. It might sound a lot, but it isn't a lot of people, not in a year. And yet that's the income that we've seen there that you're deriving largely because of that, because they're doing what you're doing. And then as their account grows, maybe people don't quite understand. Every time they buy an ad pack every morning, you're getting paid 10% of that as a referral, so you can buy more ad packs. And so it grows organically.
Absolutely. Charles Scoville, he said to me straight, listen, Sharon, you make a sale, you get 10% for life. That was enough for me. Yeah. I remember thinking, wow, it's me that's referred somebody. It's me that shows the business. So it's me that gets the 10%, and I'm happy with that, Yeah. But the ad packs, guys, the ad packs are amazing. I started with 0 ad packs, and I managed to make my first sale for $500 worth of advertisement from a friend of mine who is, by the way, doing absolutely amazing in the business. And now I've got 6,000 plus.
You've got 6,000 plus ad packs. So important for everybody to understand. It's $50 for an ad pack. You come in, you view your 10 ads, and then you're entitled for 24 hours to get a revenue share based on that ad pack. And the more ad packs and the more money you make, the more you buy. And of course, if you're referring it to other people, and you don't have to, it's purely optional. If you're referring it to other people and they're doing the same, you're getting 10% of every single time that they purchase an ad pack. And that's basically how the system runs through.
Yeah, and it's amazing, and this is great as well, Lee, because the free cash links that we can claim and make money for every one of my referrals, whatever cash link they claim, I match 100% as well. So not only have I made sales on traffic, on packs, I've probably sold every product that we've got. People have got to realize this is the only product that we share the revenue with. I mean, the rest of these products here, there's plenty of them. We don't share the revenue with this. This is what we can purchase. They're absolutely unbelievable. So here, if you look here, look at the commissions earned. It's 268,000.
Yeah, that's important, because I think what people did see in your PayPal account was how much you've withdrawn, which was 130,000 or so, grown the business, and that's critically important. What you don't want to do is stifle it, stall the business. And I know you've got a formula for your team, as I have for mine now, moving forward, to ensure that you're able to derive a good life-changing income on a monthly basis, but at the same time continue to grow your account.
Exactly. And that's what people have got to understand. Don't think this is a get-rich-quick scheme or anything of the sort. It's a real business. If you were buying a business, Lee, would you take money out in your first week?
No, of course you wouldn't. No, well, hopefully you're not going to last very long if you do.
Well, 18 months probably, that generally it takes you about 18 months. Well, for me, because I grew my business the way I did, it only took me 5 months to start taking an income from the business. And what we recommend for people is we have a bit of a structure that obviously you can guide with people depending on how much they're looking at purchasing, Lee. Obviously, for me, you can get in touch and speak to Lee about that, on how to work the business. You know,
I
what's
think,
going to be best for them.
everybody's different with what they have as disposable income to get started. I know we were
Yes.
before we went on air, Sharon, about ways to start, and you've always said, look, buy a couple of packs, get familiar with the back office, and then when you see what's doing with those packs, you're very quickly going to want to jump in with both feet. And I think you were saying earlier on that if you could do it all over again, you'd start probably with 100 packs.
Well, what we have to say, obviously, it's a purchase, guys. It's not an investment. It's really important that we understand that, because as much as you're investing in yourself, and Lee's right, but what we're actually doing is buying advertisement. So it's really important that we understand that we are buying advertisement. Is a product. We've got 9 products in total. We've even got geo-targeting, and only Facebook and Google have got that. But we've got a product that we're buying. Ad packs will give you 20 clicks and 1,000 views to your website. So once you're an active member and you've got an ad pack, remember, for an active ad pack, Lee, we make an average of around $1 a day. Yep. So the more packs we've got, the more money we make. It's as simple as that. There's no point dressing it up. So why do you think I have grown from 0 ad packs to 6,300 not? What is my goal, Lee? My goal is 10,000 ad packs.
Yeah.
We've got...
In simple terms, is $10,000 a day.
$10,000 a day, but remember, as my account grows, my team accounts are growing. I mean, I know Lee, being Lee, he will be heading towards his 10,000 ad packs, because, he won't settle until he gets it. But what's really, really good about it, Lee, is, sometimes, people like yourselves and myself, we're a bit experienced. We've done businesses before, and people say, well, it's okay for you. No. I've got people in this business, they're earning life-changing income, and they've never done anything before. And I've got a lady, and Gemma, and she works full-time. She's got 2 children, and she's doing absolutely amazing in the business. She's got over 700 ad packs.
Which, again, relating it back to money, that's $700 a day.
Yeah, and she's taken out a few thousand already, and she said it's paid for an unbelievable Christmas for her. And, it's quite touching, actually, when you get people come to you and say, oh my God, Sharon, thank goodness you've changed my life. And I haven't changed their lives. And I say it to Imi, and I'll say it to Charles, but Charles throws it back at me and says, look, Sharon, you've done the work. And I agree. But if you're listening to us now and you're sat there thinking, should I, shouldn't I? Sign yourself up as a free member, buy a couple of packs. Well, actually, so you're saying to yourself, you can't afford $100. Well, let me tell you something now then. You seriously need this business. If you can't afford $100, you need the business. But if you can afford $100, buy yourself a couple of packs, sit back, have a tester. And when the light bulb moment happens, Lee, they all get very excited. And my recommendation would be a business. If you're really, really serious about earning some income, buy a minimum of 100 packs. Let's get yourself working with 100 packs. What's that?
The great thing anybody has got now in your team and my team and so on as we build forward is that we're here to drag everybody through with us. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. If it ain't broken, don't try and fix it. We know what's going to work. I've watched you, Sharon. You do things your way. I take a lot of that and take a lot on board. We will learn something every day, and I love what you do and the effort and your enthusiasm. I try and do things sometimes in a little more automated way. So even if you don't want to talk to people, we've now got mini websites designed and developed. So, all you need to do is if you're here for the first time thinking about getting started, we've got business cards in different languages done where you can put your own web domain on there, and we'll give you the website so that'll tell everybody all about this business for you, where they'll be able to watch these sort of videos. You don't need to really talk to everybody, though it does help.
Well, Lee, guys, signing up with Lee, you're very blessed, because he's very good at what he does. He's a great sponsor, so I would definitely sign up as a free member, But trust me, guys, when you get involved with this business, do you know what, Lee? I must have to say something. Not that I can share. I can't personally tell you exactly, especially on a call. We've got an amazing CEO. And I have to revert back to the reason we're here is because we've got somebody special. And you may read something up online, saying that he's this, he's that. Do your own due diligence, guys. I've met him. I've spent time with him. He's a single dad. He's got a beautiful son. He's very humbling. He's lovely. You know, I've spent times with him. I've ate with him. I've traveled with him. Spent a lot of time with him. All he wants, he's not driven by money, Lee. He's driven. He's passionate about success in the online industry. He's such a clever. Well, we do call it to his face, so I'm sure he won't mind us saying it. But he's a geek or a nerd. He's so clever. He's so clever in what he does. He's thought of everything, Lee. And do you know, every 6 months, as one of the leaders, I'm very blessed to be invited to see his accounts. And he's the CEO of the company. He owns the company, nobody else. And he's willing to show us what he's got available, just to give us some kind of, you know, belief. Well, I've seen it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say anything. I mean, I know the cash reserves of what the company has got at the moment, which is huge for me, because I want to know we've got some longevity to build this thing for everybody's benefit. And you having been in that meeting, and you know, I'm aware of the information, and I certainly am not going to reveal it to anybody else. But people do not have to worry about the stability of the company. No. And the revenue that's being purchased every day is just mind-blowing. We've got unbelievable reserves. We've got an amazing CEO. And you tell me one thing, Lee. Tell me a business that you have ever been involved with that you can get paid in 2 seconds. Well, it's funny you bring that up, because I was just getting to the point of, you know, kind of wrapping things up from a call point of view. But exactly that, you know, I was going to say, anybody watching, ask yourselves that question. Ask yourselves where you can go to start a business, open a free account, make money by not putting any money in to start with. Secondly, to buy some ad packs, put your toe in the water, spend $50 or $100, see what they do, test it. I'd even go as far as my team for me to say to you, I'll guarantee you money on that basis. You know, anybody that's joining me, I have no problem with that. I know what it's going to do. So if you're worried about putting your $50 in or $100, don't be, because if it doesn't make you money, I'll give you your money back. But then most importantly, I know, Sharon, you're sitting there thinking, oh, you shouldn't have said that. But I've got no...
It's fine, because it works the same. Listen, Lee, it works the same for you as it worked for everybody else. It doesn't matter, my love.
Yeah, and I know your stance with it, Sharon. But then, you know, that still the most important thing, which is the point that Sharon's made, is that you can withdraw that money instantly. Every hour you can withdraw straight into PayPal, from there straight onto a prepaid MasterCard or into your bank account. You tell me another business, Sharon, now I'll throw it back at you, that you can do that with, because I don't know one.
You know, it's unbelievable. I don't want to go too long, because we could sit here and talk for hours, Lee, I know. But quickly, we've got an account manager, literally an account manager with PayPal. I mean, PayPal don't normally involve themselves with these type of businesses. However, they are so pleased with Charles that they have actually allocated an account manager, which is huge in PayPal. I know, Lee, that you've dealt with PayPal in the past, and they can be quite difficult. So that's one thing on our side. And also, you're talking about being paid instantly. I'm going to share a quick story with you guys, because this was quite funny. I asked my sister to get involved with the business when I actually went to spend time with her a couple of weeks ago in London. And we do it every year for the last 10 years. We've been to the same Italian restaurant. We've been to Harrods every year. It's what we do. So anyway, we went. And as I'm in Harrods and as I'm in all the shopping places, I kept spending money. So I kept going, oh, I'll tip it back into my bank. So throughout the day, we had our champagne, we had everything else. Throughout the day, I was logging into my account, tipping into my PayPal, tipping into my bank. And in the end, by the end of the day, she said, what are you doing again? I said, I'm withdrawing more money. She said, how can you do that? I said, I told you, it's this business I'm doing. And
every hour of every day.
Oh, she said. She went, I'll have to have a look at that then. So there you are.
And it's so true. You've seen Sharon's account. You know, this is real. Everybody's account obviously is different. It's not necessarily a typical account, as we've said before. But I think, you know, in summary, for those watching, and I'm going to ask you one last question, Sharon, in a moment, but you need to understand that you don't need to have a fancy computer to do this. You can have a smartphone these days, a tablet that you can log on. You can view your 10 ads. It takes you 5 minutes a day. You can get started for free. You can earn money instantly. You don't have to put any in. You can buy your ad packs if you wish to. View your 10 ads and qualify for the revenue share, and build your account and share it with others. and we'll help you to follow on. We're doing weekly calls and things like that to ensure you've got the right support. Sharon has a great Facebook group that you'll be welcome to be in. I do the same. You're going to have a wealth of support, because there is one common denominator with this, which we haven't mentioned, which is quite simply our own selfish point of view, which is that the better that you do, the better we do. You may be asking yourself, why are we going to put hours into making sure? Straight after this call with Sharon, I've got 3 calls, one in Malaysia, one here in the States, one in the UK, early hours, for people wanting to get started. And they've said to me, why are you prepared to put yourself out on a Sunday afternoon to help us get started? And it's quite simple. Without them, my account doesn't do nearly as well. Isn't that right, Sharon?
Absolutely. And also, Lee, I'm going to throw that back another way. I actually feel that the person that we're inviting is the blessed one. As much as we grow, we understand that, and it doesn't happen without them. However, let me tell you, when I press that button to keep buying my ad packs, to keep growing my account, I smile, and I'm quite happy to give it to my sponsor, because he got me started. And I will thank him every time I see him. I hug him and kiss him, because, without him sharing this with me, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think it's very difficult for people to look forward. But all I would say to you is that take that jump in, put your hand up, wherever you're coming from. If you're watching this video, there's probably a link beneath it where you can click on it, and just watch the video through. It'll tell you and show you how to open a free account. Once you open that free account, click on booking a one-to-one call with me, if you like, where you'd like to have a chat. You can select a day and a time that's convenient for you. And by all means, if that option is there for you, book the call, and I'll take you through it, as I'm about to do with 2 or 3 people straight after this call, show you how to go in and open your free account and get started. It's really simple, and I promise you one thing faithfully: if you copy what Sharon's doing, you copy what I'm going to do, we're all doing the same thing, you'll get the same result. And you've seen Sharon's results. Sharon, last thing and last point across to you. People watching, thinking about getting started for the first time, who maybe have had their fingers burnt in other businesses, or feel that they haven't got any experience in the online world, what would you say to them?
Okay. For the people who are new to the business, have never done anything before, you lucky things. No, seriously, because you lucky things, because you're going to be getting involved with something real, that's working, that's solid and amazing. So,
and that pays.
Well done you for the new guys. To me, for them people, I would definitely say to them, do not say no to this business. Trust me. First of all, talk to Lee. Find out how this business works. When you understand how this business works, you will not be saying no. You'll be kicking yourself, because you don't do what Lee did. 8 months it took me to get him in.
Well, if that tells you one thing, it tells you that I have done my due diligence very well. I'm 100% confident in where the company's going, and the owner, and the direction it's going in, what the vision is. And I think because of people have had their fingers burnt, it's important, and was important for me to do that. Yes. With hindsight now, of course, we all wish that we just jumped in with both feet. But now I'm very confident in opening the doors up to everybody, and that puts me in a really warm position in talking to people. Sharon, it's getting late. I'd like to thank you very much for opening up your account to everybody. And you're an inspiration to a lot of people. Keep doing what you're doing. 2016 is going to be a great year, guys. Just get on board, jump in. The link's below. Open your free account. If you don't know any more than that, not sure what this is still all about, despite us going through it, don't worry about it. Get the free account open. Ask to speak to us. You'll see how to do that. And we're always here for you. So that's it for now. We'll speak to you, and we'll announce the Hangouts. They'll be on this channel, no doubt. And we'll be doing the Hangouts once a week for everybody, with latest updates and special guests like Sharon again. So I'm sure you'll be seeing more of her. Thank you for your time, Shaz.
You're welcome, honey.
All right. Speak soon.
See you later. Bye.